Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They too come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Let's have a look at the defensive starters for New Orleans. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
53 at the mic. I got it.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Cut his left. Cut his left. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. We'll look now at our starting defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Herbert. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
65, 65.
Now a give right side. Taylor. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
90, Wolf. 27. Double. Get it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
You got it. You got it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
He wasn't ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to throw. Herbert, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A second nice move. The 20. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. On second down now, Benjamin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Herbert. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements.
Broncos coming hard, and it's blocked. And they'll have possession of the football at their own 35. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now back to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsay, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Broncos 28.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Jordan. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Going quickly here to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Back to throw. Herbert. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's our time.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey. 4 down.
2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. Looking to throw. Herbert, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Off play action. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Automatic first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
70, Indy. Tackle.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Ready? 53 is the mic. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Check, 47.
Back to throw. Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. On third down, Benjamin. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Herbert. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas.
All day, baby, all day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 43. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
47 is the mic. 47.
On 1st down, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Herbert. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert looking long. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And it's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, and that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Herbert got his man complete over the
go. That's Jordan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And he fires one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Herbert completes it to Miller. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. Herbert got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 10, 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series, but the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The drive starts with a completion, left side. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Another run by Lindsey, and he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. 2nd and long. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's out.
Oh, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby, all right? They've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh, my goodness, they can go all day. And, in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for the Broncos, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.